I'm back in Doha 2 years after the FIFA Men's World Cup. This is an area I love, with the old, well, not old, but the Museum of Islamic Art giving way to the cityscape, and then all of the old boats, tour boats, fishing boats, all sorts of boats that are moored in the harbour here. It's just a beautiful spot. And I thought I'd just see what's changed in the 2 years since the World Cup. So those flags behind me used to feature in a lot of the stories, a lot of the crosses that I made during the FIFA 2022 Men's World Cup. Nice to see that the flags are still up. Not so windy today and not so much celebration anymore. Now, during the World Cup, this was just absolutely heaving with activity, particularly at night. There were various houses, tents, food stalls, rock bands playing. I think on my right, just about there, it used to be something called England House. All of that has now gone, of course. My visit coincided with Ramadan, and my arrival was early in the morning, so the streets were very quiet. The city landscape looked much the same, the exception being the area of Lusail, which was still very much a newly constructed area at the time it hosted the final of the FIFA World Cup. That area there was the area where a lot of the international broadcasters set up vantage points so they could look back towards the Souq. In fact, I think I did a little interview with the Australian Sports Minister, Annika Wells, right about there, after she just finished doing an interview with CNN, I think. Ah, yes, scene of the old sword dance.
Where do we find you now, Trace?
Oh, I've just been handed a sword.
Oh,
I don't know what I'm meant to do with it. Dance. He wants to take the mic. I think I'll give the sword back. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is what you have to do when you're sword dancing in Qatar. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I suppose we should talk about the football. All of this is happening around the football, of course, but you lead me, Tony. I'm in your hands.
No, I will for sure. That wasn't on the bingo card when we decided to come to you there, you getting handed a sword. Hey.
And here, my friends, is the old Souq. I once sat on a balcony up there, watching dancing fans coming down the street, celebrating their team's win. I just want to see if my little favourite cafe is still open. So I thought I could revisit my favourite store, owned by the man who once played for the national team. But damn it, he's shut. He'll probably be here at about 4, but unfortunately, I've got a plane to catch. Every time I come to Qatar, I come back inside this shop and I learn more stories. The shop is owned by Saban. Saban, thank you very much for joining us today. You were a football player. You played in the national team in the 70s. Yes. There's been some debate about how strong football culture is in Qatar.
Yes.
Has it been here a long time?
Yes, the football in Qatar since, more than the 40s started. But in that time it was, unorganized in the beginning. The football was coming when the oil companies is coming here in the 40s, and then started growing up, and everybody's, now love football, playing and loving football.
Tell me about this shop. It has bits of everything from all over the world. I've even seen something from the 1936 Olympics. I've seen a cover with the magazine of Pele, the greatest footballer of all time, many people would say. There's even a Sydney Olympic torch from my country. How did this start? And this must bring lots of stories to you and lots of people to you.
Actually, my shops here, they call it Al-Ajawid. And I'm collecting a lot of things. Start with collecting my heritage of state of Qatar, because it's our heritage, part of the sea. Everybody's here in Qatar long time ago, before gas and oil, everybody working in the sea, and for the pearl divings, and then starting with these things, and then growing up also collecting from the other world, from other things, because I have nice eyes, looking for the nice thing, beautiful things in the world, and I collect it. And now with my shops, have a lot of things. from the now for the certain moment. I concentrated now. I bring all my things from the boxes, from the football, from sport, torches, flags, cards, tickets, everything, all things from the sport. I brought it for the people to see what I have.
There is literally something in here from every place in the world, and I imagine with the FIFA World Cup on, there are people coming to visit your shop from every place in the world. So this is a mini United Nations in the Souq in Doha. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much to invite me for this moment. And yes, we are united. We like everybody to be with each other. And now Doha, Qatar, I can call her the smallest, biggest city in the world. Because very small, but a lot of people now is here because join us, happy and peaceful, and I hope everybody enjoy his time here in Qatar.
My favourite little cafe wasn't open either, but a very kind man in another cafe sorted me out. He went and bought my favourite lemon and mint juice from elsewhere, my favourite cardamom tea from elsewhere. He gave me a lovely saffron snack. There he is there, even though the favourite store down here is only just opening now. I'm so glad I had just a few short hours here in Doha as a stopover on my way back to Australia from Oxford. Checked out a few of the sites, missed out on a few of the favourite things that I like to do during the World Cup. One thing I do need to point out is that just beyond me down here, and I'll try and find a shot of it to overlay for you, Stadium 974, named after the international dialing code for Qatar, which is +974, and the number, they said, of containers that they used in constructing that venue. Now remember, it was going to be dismantled and taken to Africa for whatever reason. I don't know if it was internal politics there. There wasn't a destination found in Africa. Then they were going to dismantle it and send it to Uruguay, home of the first ever World Cup, which was bidding to host in 2030, which would have been 100 years later, in conjunction with Chile and Argentina. They missed out on that. It's gone to Spain, Morocco and Portugal instead. So for the moment, Stadium 974 still exists straight down there. And it is still being used. It was used for a couple of tournaments at the end of 2024, and it's got a few more scheduled in the coming months. So interesting to note, something that they thought would be dismantled because it wasn't going to be used again is actually still in use. It's been a great day. I didn't get to try the metro, but by all accounts, more stations have been built and it still is used and is very successful. But really weird to think, you know, here I was in 2022 covering one of the biggest events in the world, coming back here in 2025 now, and in the middle of the day, taking a bit of an interlude after checking out some of the other sites. I went to a beach club, ladies only area, went for a swim in the most beautiful ocean here. I absolutely love it. Was reading a book in my cabana on J.D. Van, reading a bit of his story, Hillbilly Elegy. And in the background, there was the call to prayer going off, you know, the Friday mosque's call to prayer. Fascinating world, isn't it? I'm so glad I came back here for a quick recap.